Hello students, my name is K. Nanchari from Civil Department. I am here to deal with your disaster mitigation and management subject, which is your open elective. Why we are here to study about the disaster, what is actually a disaster and what is the need of studying the disaster. So disaster is nothing but the sudden change in the environment which causes a major losses to the human life and the properties. Due to the disaster, what are the major losses and what will affect on the human life, that we are going to study. In your first unit, you are going to deal with the concept definitions and about the hazards, vulnerability. Here you have a 5 units. In that you are going to deal with your disaster. In your title itself you have a 3 concepts. One is actually disaster and one more is the mitigation and one more is the management. So when the disaster is nothing but, I have already told you, sudden change in the environment, sudden changes in the environment which may cause the major loss. So see here, disasters are the hazards is nothing but the effect. Disasters are the damage that cause destruction or environmental change. So here we have 2 types of disaster. One is natural disaster and one more is the man-made disaster. So what is nothing but the natural disaster? What is nothing but the natural disaster means natural disasters which causes from the nature, like floods, like droughts, and like this one tsunami, and one more this one earthquake. These are all comes under the natural disaster. Why these are all comes under the natural disaster? Because these are all occur due to the nature or environmental changes only. Man-made disasters are nothing but the major explosions, bomb explosions, and chemical disasters, and this one medical disasters. Like for example, this one corona is the major medical disaster which occur and which is in the nowadays it is in trending, right? So see here, disaster management or emergency management. Here I have told you the disaster mitigation and management. So disaster cannot be prevented. Disaster, you can't stop the disaster. Natural disasters can't be stopped. Man-made disasters can be controlled, but natural disasters cannot be controlled. So that damage can be reduced. That is nothing but the mitigation. So here management is nothing but we will be following some steps. There we will be managing it. See here, disaster management is the creation of plans through which communities reduce the vulnerability. Vulnerability means the damage, and which is the exposure to the hazard, and cope with the disaster. So next one, it does not avert or eliminate the threats. Instead it focus on creating the plans to decrease the impact of disaster. So this second line whatever I have read now, that comes under the mitigation plan. Mitigation means some of the steps, some of the measures you will be taking to decrease the impact of the disasters, right? So failure to create a plan could lead to damage to assessed human morality and lost revenue. So here the organizations here, we will be having some bodies that will be taking the preventive measures for the disaster. As an increasing number of peoples are being affected by natural hazards, there is a growing recognition by governments and organizations that building resilience communities and reducing disaster risk is a core initiative. Let's see, here you can see some of the bodies for the disaster reduction. Here you have UNISDR, that is nothing but the United National International Strategy for Disaster Reduction. So right, disaster cannot be prevented means we can't stop it from occurring. We can just reduce the loss. We can just reduce the loss. For reducing that losses only, we have these organizations, right? UNDRO, United Nations Disaster Relief Organization, and one more is DRR, that is Disaster Risk Reduction. One more is IDNDR, International Decade for Natural Disaster Reduction. You can see this type of organizations in the coastal areas because major disasters will occur near the coastal areas, right? Next one, hazard, right? In your first unit, hazard, you have hazard. One more is a vulnerability, one more is a risk and the capacity. Here you can deal with the disaster and development and the disaster management. So what is nothing but the hazards? So see here, it is a dangerous phenomenon, substance, human activity or condition that may cause loss of life, injury or other health impacts. So right, disaster can just come, disaster can, what do you say? Disaster just won't come and go. What it will take? It will take a many human beings' life, their properties, and it damages many things, right? So what it damages? It damages human property, loss of livelihood and services, social and economic disruptions or environmental damage. I will give you one example. When recently in Chennai we got a floods. It's a matter of I think 2 years back or 2.5 years back. In Chennai we got a floods. They said to recover Chennai it will take more 20 years. More 20 years means how much losses has been occurred in Chennai. You people can imagine when one natural disaster occurs, how much, whatever the we have developed our now many, we have developed as in computer science based, in a construction wise, our country is getting developed day by day. So right, if one natural disaster occur means everything get collapsed. By reconstructing that, regaining all the lost properties will take major time. So right, usually people will say, right, for constructing, what do you say, for going up it will take much time. For whatever we have gained, if we lost it, it will just goes down in a seconds. So right, that concept will apply here. So see here, it could be natural or human induced. Here you people can see the typhoon, the picture of the typhoon and the extreme rains, and one more is the earthquake. Here you can see the tsunami, and this we will study in the deep. I will elaborate all this. Severe flooding, rain caused due to landslides and the rough seas. So right, the next one is the exposure. The exposure here, the degree to which the element at risk are likely to experience hazard events of different magnitudes. So right, these different magnitudes where you people may be listened in the news. Today we have got them. The earthquake occurred in Japan with this magnitude, and we have got this scale of rainfall, right? You people will, I hope you people have listened to this. So right, that also we will study here. So see here, next one is the vulnerability. Is the characteristics and circumstances of a community system or asset that make it susceptible to the damaging effects of a hazard. So hazard means whatever the damages which we are making, that may be a, so see here, that may be occur like this. Is the characteristics and circumstances of a community system or asset that make it susceptible to the damage effect of a hazard. This may arise from various physical, economic, social and environmental factors. So in the next slide you can see the vulnerability has been related to the following factor. So this has been divided into two types. One is social integrations and second one is psychological and psychological and physiologically. So right, next one is ethnicity. Ethnicity is means the originality of the disaster which occurred. Next one is the age, gender. This all vulnerability, whatever the exposure which has making to the exposure which has gone to the this one hazard. There we will be taking all this originality. Next one age, gender, location, status, wealth, income, education, family type. So here psychological and physiological is locus of control, disability, coping style, individual perception, lifestyle, ability, mobility and experience, that we will be studying here detail. So next one is the risk. Here the combination of probability of an event to happen and its negative consequences. So right here the whatever the risk that we will be dealing, and what is the risk factors which we will get after the disaster and before the disaster, this all what we will be doing. Like mitigation steps, what we will be doing, we can't be doing it before the disaster occurs. We will be taking the mitigation steps after the disaster occur. Here the risk is equal to the hazard into the vulnerability. Hazard is the damage into vulnerability means the exposure by the capacity. The capacity of the natural disaster which occur means that may be natural or that may be a man-made. Right? Here you can see the next one, you can see the natural disaster. What is actually a natural disaster? I have already told you. Natural disasters is nothing but the natural, that is nothing but the sudden changes in the environment. Here the natural disaster is the effect of a natural hazard. Example, flood, tornado, hurricane, volcanic eruptions, earthquake or landslides, tsunami, right? This all comes under the natural disaster. So here you can see the top 10 natural disasters: cyclone, earthquake, tornado, volcanic eruption. So right, first one is your cyclone. So see here you people can see the cyclone. So mostly in our in our news, what the people will say, the cyclones which are from the Bay of Bengal only. Most of the people in our news channel, people will be saying the whatever the storms and whatever the air which is coming from the Bay of Bengal, due to that only today we are going to have rain in the Telangana state in these streams. Why always Bay of Bengal, not Arabian Sea? Because we people which are in the south side, the Bay of Bengal means whatever the which is located, the Bay of Bengal which is located in this one Andhra Pradesh side, from that only the waves will come from that side only. For northern people, they will be saying from the Arabian Sea. In their news channels they will be telling Arabian Sea. Here we will be saying Bay of Bengal. So right, the waves which comes in this direction, that are from the Bay of Bengal. So usually we will get this one from the Bay of Bengal, the waves are coming like this. So due to that strong waves and strong storm, today we are going to get, today the rainfall will be there. So right, cyclone is an area of cyclone where we will be getting the middle of the oceans, when it will form a center one. It will form a center one, the water will be flowing like this. In the next class I will show you the video how the cyclone will occur. Right, cyclone is an area of a closed circular fluid motion. It has a low pressure on the inside and high pressure on the outside. Right, the center of the storm is called the eye. I hope you people have studied this one in your school time, what is actually a cyclone. Due to the heavy winds that will form, the water will form a different circle type in the middle of the ocean. Right, and it has a calmest water and the lowest pressure. So right, cyclones turn counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and the clockwise in southern hemisphere. This is because it follows the rotational movement of the earth. I have already told you it will form, and here you can see the picture clearly how it is forming. It is in the rotational one. The biggest cyclone recorded is the Bola cyclone. It hits the coast of today's Bangladesh in 1970 with a death toll of around 500,000. So right, you please kindly concentrate here. I will ask this one in your internal examination. So right, this I will ask in the 2 marks question, when the biggest cyclone was recorded, right? So next one is the earthquake. So please kindly tell me where we will found, which country and which city is mostly earthquake prone areas in India. In India, which state is earthquake prone area? Gujarat is the earthquake prone area. There you can record the major magnitude whenever the earthquake occurs, right? In the wherever in the Gujarat, you can see the constructions. They will be considering the earthquake codes. For considering in what we will be doing in the civil engineering, what we will be doing, mostly we will be considering the codes. So in Telangana we have a moderate and we have a normal area, so we will not be considering earthquake, we will not be taking the earthquake into the picture. When you goes to the Gujarat or Japan, in Japan also they will be taking up earthquake, because that is a frequently earthquake prone area. So right, you people will be listening in the news mostly. This Japan has got, I think 3-4 years back also they got the earthquake there, but they will recover very fastly when compared to us, right? It is a result of a sudden release of energy from the earth crust that creates seismic waves. So mostly people will be saying seismology, the seismology and seismographs that are related to the earthquakes. The magnitude will be, earthquake magnitude will be recorded by using the Richards scale. They are measured using the seismographs. So right, the Valdivia earthquake is also known as the Great Chilean earthquake, is the biggest earthquake ever recorded. It hits Chile on May 22, 1960 with a magnitude of 9.5 and a death toll of around 6,000. This also I will be asking for 2 marks question. Kindly note down all this. So right, next one is the tornado. What is tornado and where you will be listening this type of tornadoes? This type of things you will be mostly seeing in the coastal areas only. A tornado is a violently rotating column of air that is touching both the ground and a cumulonimbus cloud. See here, your airport will be designed like keeping the air rotation, the flow of the air in the picture, whatever the flow of the picture will be, whatever the flow of the air will be, that keeping in mind, they will construct this one, the airport, because whatever the aeroplane will be there, that will be going in the opposite direction of the air. So right, you people will be seeing, because the air will, whatever the flow of air and flow of the waves will be there, airways, that plays a major role whenever our aeroplane flies, right? The tornado is a violently rotating column of air that is touching both the ground and the cumulonimbus cloud. The tornado conditions are caused when the different temperatures and humidity meet to form a thunder clouds. Twister can attain speed up to 100 miles an hour. 100 miles an hour is not a small thing, right? The biggest tornado, you people can see the picture here. The biggest tornado recorded was the Harlem, Nebraska tornado on May 22, 2004. It was around 2.5 miles big and a had a death toll of around 160. The deadliest tornado recorded in Daltipur and Saltoria, Bangladesh on April 26, 1989. 1300 recorded death and 12,000 injured. By this information, you people has come to this one, right? Bangladesh is mostly natural disaster prone area. So next one is a volcanic eruption. You people mostly see these volcanic eruptions in the news channels, right? A volcanic is what is a volcanic means? Here you people will be having a lava that you people have studied in your this one. So right, in your school, volcano is an opening in a planet's surface which allows hot magma to escape from below the surface, right? The study of volcano is also called volcanology, and volcanic eruptions are measured using volcanic explosivity index, right? So what is nothing but a volcanic here? The lava which is present, that volcanic is the opening in a planet's surface which allows hot magma to escape from the below surface. The lava which is very heat that comes, that suddenly explodes, and the complete area which is near to that will become a heat. So the biggest volcanic eruption was Mount Tambora on April 10th. Mount Tambora on April 10, 1815. It heard over 2000 kilometers away and had a death toll of 71,000. It's a explosion of a magma. So how the magma will be, which temperature? If you just throw a one metal in that, you can find it as a liquid. So if it heard over a 2000 kilometers away and had a death toll of, obviously it's 71,000 means it's not a joke, and it's a very big natural disaster which occurred in around this one. So right, due to the explosion, 1816 became known as the year without summer. The largest volcano known to human is Olympus moon on Mars. Olympus moon means Mount Olympus and is bigger than Mount Everest. So largest volcano means that can erupt at any time due to the environment change. Next one is the tsunami. Tsunami is the major natural disaster which we have heard in our life. That was the heart melting thing which has occurred, and which was very bad news, which was occurred nearly on Christmas time, right? Tsunami means what is actually tsunami? The earthquake occurred in ocean. The earthquake occurred in the ocean due to the sliding between the tectonic plates which are present in the ocean. Sliding between the tectonic plates here, like the rubbing action which occurred. What happened? The rubbing action, whenever the rubbing action occurred between two tectonic plates, at that moment what happened? The water present in the upside that went forcefully into the downward direction. Suddenly what happened? The water which has gone inside, that has came upside with the same force, double force. Due to that, the tsunami has occurred. So see here, tsunami means harbor waves and is caused by the displacement of a large body of water, normally an ocean or a large lake. So right, this whenever the natural disasters will occur, the government people government bodies which has been designed for the disaster risk reduction, that people will be announcing today the environment is not suitable for fishing or not suitable for sightseeing. So this announcement and the and ring, what do you say, they will be keeping a environment alarm due to the sudden changes in the environment. That alarm starts ring, so people, mostly the people will not be allowed. But the tsunami was the major cause. Tsunami was the major damage, and that was caused, and that was a sudden change in the ocean, sudden change in the water which are present in the ocean, and the earth which is present in the ocean due to the tectonic plates which are present, the sliding between the tectonic plates. Due to that, the sudden change was occurred, and the water came with the force. So you people can, going down is easy. When we want to come up in the upward direction, the water, what happened, the water has come with the double force. That force has taken many of the people, human life, property which are near to the harbor areas, means the coastal areas. So right here, the biggest tsunami ever happened Lituva Bay, Alsaka on July 9, 1958. The megaton was around 150 meters tall. The tsunami caused by 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake is the sixth deadliest natural disaster in recorded history, with the death toll of 230 to 210 to 80,000. So see here, this was occurred in our Bay of Bengal only. We have lost many of people in 2004. That was the worst thing which happened in our Andhra Pradesh. At that time we did not separated with the Andhra Pradesh, right? So next one is the floods. Floods, you people all know it. Floods are caused when the water overflows from a water body. One of the biggest flood in the world is probably the Yellow River in Chennai, China, 1887, which killed between around 900,000. Right? Recently the China was in China, floods occurred again. That also have taken many people's life. The flood will be occurring due to the due to that overflow. What we will be doing? We will be constructing the dams. But if the overflow may increase, even though we construct the dams also. Next one is the wildfire. I hope you people have listened this fire in the forest. I hope in your school, fire in the forest. When we were in the school, we have studied the fire in the forest. What happened at that time in the fire in the forest? That story is like actually everyone after reading that story, the conclusion is that one person smokes there, and he just won't lit up the fire which is in that cigarette, and he just left that one there, where you can find the dry grass. The dry grass got lit up and whole forest got fire. So that is the story. Means the kind of activities the human does, that has converted into the natural disaster, right? Like that story which we have learned in our school. So that is the best example for wildfire. A wildfire is any uncontrolled fire in countryside or wilderness. Recently, in which country we have got this wildfire? Australia. In Australia forest, you have there was a wild forest, and there is a major loss for the animal life. The other name for a wildfire are brush fire, forest fire, desert fire, grass fire, hill fire, peat fire, vegetation fire, and wildfire. In the wildfire, we can take it as a forest fire, right? Mostly the vegetation, animals, peat fire, wildfire, grass fire, this all will available in your forest. right? One of the largest wildfire is in the 1910 wildfire. Next one is the drought. What is here we have, if we get a major overflow of water is called as the flood. No water, no water, the low percentage of water available in which area, in there you can see that there you can call that as a drought. So right, so see here, large means many years if you won't get any rain, so that is called as your, means your area will be what, you won't be having any vegetation in that area. So in that area what they will be calling it as, if you won't have water you can't go for the cultivation. So if you won't go for the cultivation, then that is call it as a droughted area. So here the drought is a long period of time in which a certain region receives a shortage of water lasting 3 years from 1958 to 1961. The Great Chinese Famine is the worst on record. 15 to 43 millions were killed as a result. If people will be saying without water we can sustain up to some days, without water we can't sustain up to years and years. So right, that area will be considered as a dot. Without cultivation, without vegetation, how we will be surviving? US has been hit by a huge drought in 2012, decreased corn income by 12%. Right, even our India is also depends upon most of the areas in India like Punjab, so we also depends upon the agriculture. Without the water we can't go for the agriculture. Next one is the landslides. So a landslide or a landslip is a movement in the ground and a shallow flow of debris. This type of landslides you can see in the major hilly areas. The largest landslide in history means, what is a landslide? The earth or the position of a heavy slided areas that starts moving. So see, the largest landslide in history happened because of Mount St. Helens. 3 kilometers of rock moved downhill. Next one is the avalanches. Avalanches is the snow. Avalanches we won't happen in our Telangana, in our Andhra area also. It will happen this one in a wherever more snow will be there. An avalanche is a sudden and a drastic drop of a snow. The biggest avalanche happened on Mount Huascaran, killing 20,000 people. So right, next one is a man-made disaster. And man-made disaster is a threat having, so right, what is actually a man-made disaster? So here, what is actually a man-made disaster? So man-made disaster is nothing but which human being involved in that one. So human being involved in means chemical disasters and error type constructions. And that error type of constructions means you people can see that if construction is fault in our this one flyover, if flyover falls, what will happen? It is a major, due to that major human loss will occur. Next one is the bomb explosion. The best example is Hiroshima, Nagasaki. In that many Hiroshima, Nagasaki, there was a bomb explosion, and this one terrorism, this all comes under the, and this one chemical explosions, this all will comes under. Even our corona is also a man-made disaster. So right, thank you students. In the next class we will deal with today we have studied about the natural disaster. In next class we will study about the man-made disaster. Kindly maintain the notes. I will check all the notes. So right, thank you for